Hello and welcome to the Pink in the City podcast. Pink in the City is a breast cancer charity. We are raising awareness and funds and providing information and inspiration. Please share this episode with the world and join us in our mission. And now, let's proceed to today's episode.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Pink in the City podcast. I have the pleasure to have with me here today, Eva Minarakis. Welcome, Eva, to our session today.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks. We're really, really excited to have you on our show today. How are things?
Good. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here talking with you today, and I'm really excited.
Well, it's also a pleasure for us. So Eva, you've been involved with our Pink community for quite some time now. And So I was wondering if you could give us a little bit of summary of how you started with our foundation.
Sure. Yes, about 6 years ago, I believe it was 2015. Some of my friends were attending actually one of the galas that you have annually for the fundraiser, and they brought it to my attention. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend that year because I had another event. But they mentioned that they needed, you were looking for donations, and if I was able to create something, and with pleasure, I said for sure. So I created a painting. So I reached out to you to get more information of what you needed, and that's how we got connected and how I started with Pink in the City.
And the rest has been history, right?
History, yes. It's been an amazing journey.
It certainly has. It certainly has. I know that I recently saw in one of your posts you had mentioned about your grandmother and inspiring you about volunteering. So maybe you can share with us a little bit about that.
Yes, for sure. I grew up in a very giving and caring environment. I watched my grandmother and my mom. They always gave their time helping and supporting our community and loved ones as well, no matter how many hours they worked. And we had a family business. So my mom worked 100 hours a week. So no matter how tired she may have been, she always found the time. She made the time to give back selflessly to those in need. And I wanted to do the same. I've been volunteering from young in different organizations, and all of which support children and women. And I just enjoy giving my time, caring for others and helping my community and those who need the support and help. It just gives me a sense of purpose in life. And I also want to inspire and encourage kids and young adults to participate in charitable organizations and make a difference in the world. It's a beautiful feeling. And I find the more you give, the happier you feel.
That's so true, Eva. That's so true. And you make some really important points here, and it's all about the power of giving. So I appreciate that. And we appreciate you. We're definitely grateful that you have been involved with our organization since 2015. So the first year you weren't able to join, but the year after you were able to join our gala. And so tell us about how you brought what you love into our event.
Yeah. So I did some research after my friends told me about Pink in the City, and I saw we shared the same values, and I wanted to be part of an organization that made a difference in other women's life. And breast cancer has touched so many lives and so many loved ones as well. And I wanted to be part of that. And that's when I continued to take part year after year. And I was able to actually be part at the event and paint live, and which was a blessing. And it was such a magical moment just to be surrounded by all that energy and all the people in that room, and the inspiration of all the volunteers and even the survivors that were in that room. It was a beautiful thing.
That's it definitely was quite special. So tell me about the live painting. What was the response to your live painting at the gala? How did how did that go, and what was the response from the guests?
It was it was such a magical moment. I just when me, when I have a hard time being in public speaking in front of a live audience, but when you ask me to paint in front of a live audience, I just lose myself in my thoughts and I get into the zone. But everybody came up to me and I got to connect with people like-minded people in the same room. I got to connect with other ambassadors and survivors and the whole community at Pink in the City. It's just been amazing to work with everyone because it's a collaborative effort. It's not just one person, everybody putting their time in and helping the community to come together and to be in the same room with that energy. It was just a magical moment. And the feedback was amazing. Everybody came to see the painting and how it turned out, and they got to connect with it. And that was a beautiful thing.
It certainly was. It certainly was. And so how much have you collected so far just from your paintings, your live paintings?
I believe it's been, when we checked last time, it was up, I think it's been $10,000 so far with all of the donations with paintings.
Wow.
Yeah, about $10,000.
Super amazing. Imagine what one person can do and doing what you love the most.
And
you're able to make an impact. Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's such a blessing because, although painting has been my passion, I just needed something more. I wanted to make a difference in someone's life. And knowing at first you're hesitant, you're like, you're not sure when you're going to donate an artwork, how people are going to connect with it. And the response was so high. And year after year, it's been a blessing. And to be part of that, to make a difference in the community, in someone's life, just knowing that I'm part of the community that helped that, mother, daughter, sister, grandmother, or friend to wake up today and again tomorrow and the next day to be able to hug her child once again, or kiss her husband goodnight, or take a walk with her mom, even go for a coffee with her girlfriends, to know that I was part of that able to make a difference in that woman's life and give her that moment in life again is just such a blessing. And it means the world to me. And everyone at Pink in the City, from the founders, the sponsors, the volunteers, honestly, everybody's been such a joy and blessing to be a part of. I feel like I'm part of a family, and I thank you for having me take part in it year after year.
Well, thank you, Eva, for your kind words. I think the most rewarding part for all of us that are involved is exactly that. And, working together collaboratively so
yes.
that we can, that word sometimes is a twing. Oh, goodness, it's a tongue twister. But sometimes, just sharing our feedback and letting others know how important their participation is and how it impacts what we do and what we continue to do is super important. So the fact that you're, joining us today and sharing how important it is to you and our community, it's wonderful. So, if you think about, a message that you'd like to share to others, what would that be, especially the young ones like you talked about? What would that be about the community and about volunteering and about making a difference?
Yes. Oftentimes, Denise, we want to take part in a foundation, in a fundraiser event or any organization, and we we're scared to make that commitment because we think that we may have to give many hours throughout the week or months. But honestly, even if it's just once a year, even if you can just give 10 minutes of your time, sometimes all we need is somebody just to pick up something from one location and bring it to the next. Even the smallest act of kindness could make a difference in the world. And I want to inspire and encourage young kids and young adults to start even from, giving a small amount of their time. Do it with a friend, if you don't want to start alone. And if you don't know where to start, reach out to us. And sometimes you might not have the time or strength to do something, but you know what? It somehow comes to you because it comes from within with love and care. You somehow find that strength and courage, and with the faith, and God just guides you through it, and you find the courage and strength and time to make it happen. And I've seen it, and only God knows how much you have on your plate, from your kids and your full-time job, and you make it happen. And I've seen it from my mom. And just take even if it's just a couple of minutes of your time, I encourage the young generation to do that, because not only is it good for the people who need your support, but for yourself as well. I find that feeling you get of satisfaction, you get the feeling that you did something good and you helped someone. And it is just an incredible feeling. So I encourage everyone to participate and encourage. And if you can give your time, because, life gets in the way, and I understand that even just sharing the awareness or sharing something online that maybe somebody else will be able to give their time or help out, even that is something.
Mm-hmm. That's so true, especially in today's busy life. But no one's that busy that we can't do something, take one action that will impact another, or do something special for someone else. We have sometimes no idea the magnitude of our actions.
Yes.
But speak to a survivor that has, shared their journey, and how when others are supporting, and the kindness that they have been given has made a difference for them. It is truly life-changing when you see those type of stories. So the fact that you're sharing that with us today is truly, truly valid
because
are things that we think about. Mm-hmm.
Of course, I've seen it firsthand, Denise, with Pink in the City. What difference you've made in how you've transformed the lives of so many women. I know where the funds go. We see all the programs that you've put in place, the treatments, the equipment you have purchased, all of that. And that's with the collaborative effort of everyone that puts the littlest time that you can, it makes a difference, because without everyone come together, none of this would have been possible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, you touch on, the programs. Well, the wellness program is a big one. And of course, like you mentioned, it's really up to the community, the sponsors, the partners, the volunteers, to be able to, provide some resources, provide some funds, provide their time. And then, we let the experts put together the programs and run the programs. And those services that are being offered to patients are life-changing.
It is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It is. You're doing a great job. It's amazing. And I've met a lot of the survivors. I've met a lot of the ambassadors, and I see and spoken to them, and I see the difference that it's made in their life. So it's been amazing. You're doing a great job as an organization.
Definitely can't take the credit for that. It's a team effort, and everyone is doing a super, super job. And we'd like to continue these type of partnerships, and so that we can thrive on, having these programs available, and being able to, in the future, offer what we can. Mm-hmm. So tell us what you have planned for this year.
So for this year, I have created a 36 by 36 inch artwork. And it's actually a mati. It's the protective eye. And I did it step by step online. So I got all my online community involved. And it was a beautiful journey because I got them to share the experience with me. Although they weren't there live creating with me, I got them involved online and they were helping me make some decisions. So I got them to connect with the piece. And so right now it's final stages have been put in place and it's drying. And by the end of this week, we should be able to display it and have everyone to come and see it in person. And I'm really excited to auction it.
Oh, that's amazing. So you'll be definitely sharing more feedback about that and details.
Yes.
Exciting. So when is that going to happen, your auction? You mentioned by the end of the month?
By the end of the month, yes, we're going to put more details online of where and how they can auction for the artwork. And again, all the funds raised are going straight to the fundraiser and to the hospital where the funds will be for the programs and treatments that you put in place. So everything raised. So we encourage everybody to bid and auction for the piece. And you're doing a great cause. You're supporting, you're getting an artwork in your home. And at the same time, you're supporting a great cause.
It's amazing. Thank you for doing that. So if someone was interested to find more details and look up some of your artwork, where would they be able to look?
So they can find me on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, my handle is Eva Maria Minarakis Art. And on Facebook, it's Abstract Art by Eva. And they can follow my journey and also where we'll be putting more details for the auction piece. Amazing.
Well, we're really looking forward to that. Eva, you have been a great inspiration for us today. And, we appreciate all your support that you've given us since 2015. You've done some great work. And I know that our guests were always very excited to bid on your paintings. I'm sure it'll be a similar experience this year with your new painting for 2021. And I'm looking forward to seeing you live, painting live again next year in 2022, probably at the end of October. God willing, everything goes well and we're able to, start planning our events again.
Oh, I can't wait for that. For sure, count me in. I'm definitely going to be there to support again this great cause. And I want to thank you again for having me and inviting me on your podcast. And it's been such a blessing to have met you. You're a great positive influence. And I'm really grateful to be part of your organization, Denise, and for the entire team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eva. And we look forward to lots of years of great partnership. Thank you again as today.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for joining and listening in on the Pink in the City podcast.